Hey guys, I'm back, and today I got a very special subject I want to talk about. I'm not black, right? I'm not fucking African American. No, I don't got no family from Africa. I ain't got nothing. I'm as black as fucking coal is white. But I know my history. I like history. There's no history I like more than civil rights fight, aka what I call smacking America in its own face. The way they fought, the freedom fighters and everything, wasn't the best way in my opinion. I feel like I would took more of a James Brown sort of affair, but they fought and they fought good. Sit-ins, march-ins, fucking not eating until someone finally changed the law or something. No, they died. People died just to not die as much as they normally do. Isn't that crazy? People got together and went, quote, every single time when you fucking rednecks go out there and have a fun time, fucking a black guy goes missing. Now how about you have a fun time or fucking Fresno or some shit over there, god damn it. No. But still, back in America, it was like this, right? I'm gonna give you the cold cut. I'm gonna give you the fucking facts. Imagine this, right? You're walking down the fucking town, having a great time. Maybe you got an earbud in or two, just fucking listen to music, having a good time. Walking down. Maybe you got big fat plate of dinner at home. Fucking real excited for it. It's your favorite food. Goddamn fucking mom made some good ass fucking food, that shit, like, it's like some random stuff, she put in the pot like some shrimp, some fucking butter, some noodles or whatever. She just fucking throw some random shit together. I mean, it's fucking amazing though, because she has like a salt, or maybe she has like a little pepper or something. I don't know. I'm not good with spices. I know all the spices though, nutmeg, thyme, oregano, and all that. But I don't know what the fuck that garlic salt do. That garlic salt got me addicted. That shit like crack cocaine. I can't get enough of that garlic salt. Almost fucking overdosed of garlic salt last night. I fucking sodium coma. Anyway, so imagine that, right? Walking down the street. You're so fucking excited. You got music on. You got dinner at home. You know, fucking life is going good. You take the one road though you never really trusted as a kid, or just never really felt right. Just the one road where you feel like something could happen. You go down the road though regardless. You need to hurry up and get home. Fucking 5 minutes late or something. Anyway, a fucking next thing you know though, uh, a fucking car comes up and there's a bunch of white guys. All right, well, hey, you know what the direction to this place is? Oh, sure. You lean in the window. Next thing you know though, you get a fucking 44 pointed at your face, and they tell you to get in. No one's around. There is no witnesses. There is no sights. It is just you and death. And either you can go now or you can listen. Sadly, you picked to listen. Personally, you're gonna have to fucking kill me to get in that car. And you should too. Don't get in the car. Die. They're gonna kill you, but it's easier if you just die faster. Anyway, you get into the car, fucking scared, just saying things, just yelling around you, fucking pushing you around. They take you to the woods, fucking beat you up real good, do this thing called gulling. I think that's what it's called. They strap you to a tree, got your hands chained behind your back, and you drop your pants. You got your boys hanging out there having a good time. Next thing you know, though, they got hot, sizzling iron. I'm talking that sizzle. And it's fucking clamped, though. Like a cut clamp. Next thing you know, you start putting pieces together. After that, you're fucking mutilated, bleeding on the floor. They beat the shit out of you a bit more. Then they got a real big surprise though. They got your wallet. They got your house number. So they decide, well, since now we got more, how about we just throw this one away, have some fun with new ones? So Finally, they decide they have rope in their back trunk. They go get it. They find the nearest tree, throw it up there, you know, tie it to the tree, tie it to a real good root, a real strong one. You got on a chair, maybe a stump or whatever, but you're just standing there on this elevated thing. You got a fucking rope around your neck, acting like you're an outlaw in the 1800s. But really, all you really want was dinner. You're fucking mutilated, abused, beaten, and then finally, they kick the stool or whatever you're on, and you dangle there. For the last moments of your life, you were beaten and tortured. And then they got you up on this tree. You're looking at the sky itself. You're looking at God's face. And you're going, why? Why did the day I had to fucking die like this? Now imagine that person was black. What's that? Is that a reference to a popular movie? But no, listen. This was lives of people, right? Fuck the reference, of course. If you did get the reference, though, you're pretty cool. But people have been fucking struggling with this for a while. Like, I can understand this shit. I understand this shit fucking. This isn't nothing about, no, oh, hey, this is about, no, this isn't about racism. This isn't about fucking, this isn't about no fucking stereotypes. This is just fucking, this is how people live. You understand? There's still people doing this right now. Reason they don't get caught because their own Uncle Billy or Uncle Jamie, maybe he knew a judge or maybe he's friends with a judge that likes to put a Pacific robe on. People have got hurt, beaten, killed, raped, mutilated, whatever, because of these people. And finally, though, a man stood up. It wasn't the first man who stood up, though. It wasn't even a man. It was a woman. It was Sister Rosa Parks. She didn't know what she was doing. And she had a car. So personally, if I was her, I would have taken the car. But then again, everyone has to ride the bus now and then. I'm gonna give you a little history snap. There was black and white sections of the bus because segregation back then. Uh, a guy looked at her and goes, "Hey, darky, you gotta get in the back. We need room for the whites." He looked at him. She looked at him and went, "Uh." Then finally, police came and everything, arrested her. She got her mugshot. That mugshot, though, that would change something. This young pastor named Martin Luther King Jr. came down. He started a little angry. He goes, "Man, this sister ain't done nothing wrong. She just trying to ride the bus. You know what? I'm tired of this. You know what we need to do?" And he looked outside the window and he saw the bus. And I was like, fucking bust. God. If only I had a vehicle that could take me to places and places without the need of being it big and needing more people and a specific person to drive it. Also, particularly licensed, just so then, stupid people and racists can't drive the vehicle. Oh, wait a minute. So, then people started boycotting the buses. And to the people at the bus company, no stupid, oh, well, they're not going to get to work. But to the freedom fighters, it was genius. Who needs transportation more than the people you call quote unquote the poorest, the brokest community in the back, aka the not wanted, you throw those guys, they need public transportation, because you're not paying them anything. You give the white one, you give them $15, you give the black ones like 2 cents and a nickel. And they're fucking riding the bus because that's like the only option. No, again, people can walk, bike, take cars, carpool. It was illegal to carpool, but people are still doing it. You know why? Money. Money. Or no money, basically. And it worked. And then the bus went, shit, well, fuck it. I'm no segregation on the buses. Come on the bus, do whatever, I don't give a shit. And that's how we got homeless people stabbing people's eyes out on Greyhounds. Anyway, After that, though, it was all fighting, you know? Martin Luther King Jr. was like, man, fuck this shit, let's fight for more. We need to get some freedom up in this bitch. So they fought for rights, they fought for stuff, they fought in Montgomery, they fought in Alabama, they fought all in the South, they fought all over the place. They even went to Washington one day. And Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, I have a dream. Sorry, fuck. Uh, I forgot it real quick, but I googled it. So the saying went, and I quote, I have a dream that one day my 4 children will live in a nation where they won't be judged by the color of their skin, by the context of their characters. You know, simple. I want to live in a world where my kids won't be judged by their skin color, but by who they are. The simple message. And it wasn't even supposed to be said. It was actually just something he said because the crowd was getting a little bored. But then, after that speech, or maybe before that speech, I'm not really good with history, but I'm just trying to put together this thing. So, I had a dream. Either before that or after that. Something was cooking up, though. Between the brothers of the Black Panther Party. I'm talking, personally, in my opinion, I felt as the Black Panthers were something we really did need in our nation. I'm sorry, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Them brothers and sisters were out there protecting each other because the police weren't protecting us. Motherfucking, they were making sure the police was protecting us, goddamn. They was making sure the rules were fucking doing right. They were making sure everything was running smoothly down there. I don't care how many AKs they had. I don't care how many fucking running high plan. I don't care if they looked at every single white person like how every single white person looked at a black person, goddamn it. We needed those motherfuckers because they were doing the one goddamn thing right. And they were making sure that people were doing their fucking jobs right. They were making sure that people out there fucking doing the shit they should have done. And if they didn't, plow, gunshots like they fucking deserve. Not every single person deserves to live. Not every single person deserves a gun. But goddamn it, if someone who doesn't deserve to be doing that job is doing something, and someone that does deserve that gun sees him doing something he's not supposed to be doing, well then goddamn you should have done your job better, bitch. Listen, people died. I know that's a big part of it. Oh, I know there are some government plots and everything. You can say whatever. Listen, at the end of the day, it was solution to solve the problem you already had at home. The problem that America kind of already started. And personally, I'm more down with the White Panther Party. I'm more of a like hippie dude. I prefer more peace and love, and I prefer all that. In a way, I'm like a half and half of these of Martin Luther King Jr. and Brother Malcolm X. Because I have a half of me that wants, the peace and love and all that. The other half that goes, man, fuck it. This is my rights. You know why? Because he was part of the Black Panther Party, and he was part of the big "Go Back to Africa" movement. There were where they wanted to go back to Africa. These people are being dickheads here. Let's go back to where we live. But the problem was though is that when you live in America versus Africa, things are a little different. In Africa, you got things a little bit different. Not saying that every single place in Africa, it's some fucking mud hut. But I'm saying, the laws and the ways people act are different. Words are different. Phrases are different. Fucking, you go to Africa, no one's gonna know who the hell's a fucking JFK is. You go Africans go to America, they don't know what the hell Swahili is. They don't know what fucking languages they speak. There's hundreds of thousands. Remember, I looked up African languages because I was trying to be clever and make the names of people like just words that are fucking like that. And there was like fucking seven. I think I went one like Indigo, Lubu, something like that. Fucking anyway. So brother Malcolm X said, "Man," he got on the podium and he said, "Man, this was the first speech I heard. I read this book, right? I think it's one of the most important books in the world. Hell, in all of America. Malcolm X speaks suburbs and words and shit from him before his passing. Not focus on his death like everyone is. Everyone's focused on their deaths, but more focused on their life and how they lived it. Focus on what they had to say rather than just how they were. They weren't there fucking sucking his dick because he was Malcolm X. They were there making sure that his words, the very words he said, and that inspired the people to fight and overcome, gets said in the book. And I read this in school because oh well, I want an easy grade. Oh, hey, Malcolm X, that's pretty good. And I fucking was floored. In the first passage, I don't remember if it was the first one, but it was addressed, I think, in New York. And he was talking about the recent, I think, rioters of Brooklyn or Queens or something. It was like some people going around, starting fires and fights and everything. And he said something I wasn't expecting. I was waiting for the, oh yeah, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't be peaceful, you shouldn't blah blah blah. But no, he looked in the audience and he pulled Uno reverse card for the first time ever. He said something that was on his mind. He didn't say what the people wanted to hear. He didn't say fucking I wanna do this shit, I wanna do that. No, he said, quote, if a person is doing this shit and you don't like it, or if they're doing something you don't like and you resort to this shit of violence and all that, what the fuck were you expecting, huh? A reward? He said, quote, yeah, they're violent and everything. That's the problem, though. You take people rights away, you fucking put them against each other. Eventually, they're gonna fight for stuff. And he said, I quote, why should we have to fight for the rights that we have from the eyes of God? From the eyes of, that I think it was God, or maybe say Allah or whatever, but how can we, as people, have these rights, and yet at the same time, someone could look at us and take them away? The things we deserve. He didn't say the stuff that we fought for. He didn't say the stuff that we earned. He said we deserve this shit. We fucking worked them fields. We fucking took all the whippings. We fucking went through the worst fucking period of probably human history. And you're telling us that I can't sit in the front of the bus? That's some old bullshit. And for once, though, finally, for the fucking first time in my life, I felt like he was saying the stuff you wanted to hear. He said, quote, if you don't want a black guy to attack you, don't attack a black guy. If you don't want a white guy to attack you, don't attack a white guy. If you don't want anyone attacking you, don't attack anyone. And if they attack you, defend yourself. He told brothers and sisters of America, don't let these white people fucking walk all over you. Don't let these motherfuckers dance on you like you're some fucking cheap whore at a dollar store. No, I'm gonna tell you what you do. They punch you, you punch back. They kick you, you kick back. They bite, you bite back, even though that one's a little weird. They shoot, you shoot back. And then the fucking crowd of mostly black people and a couple white people, because not everyone was really down with racism. You gotta remember, it was kind of like back in the day, the same as nowadays, just a little bit different. But anyway, they were fucking, at least to me, I was floored. He said it. It wasn't like, no, oh hey, uh, man, I think, no, he fucking said it. He said the truth. He didn't go around, he didn't use words. He literally said, quote, quote, I don't give a fuck. You hit me, I'm hitting you. God damn it, I fucking earned this shit. And I'm not gonna fucking sit here and let you say fuck. I respect him, man, with some balls, right? No homo. But fuck, man, he fucking laid that shit on the table. Got 4K Ultra back in 1951. 4K Ultra that shit. Took a picture, sent it to the United States president, and went, quote, try me, bitch. Fucking crazy. Then he went around, he went around town, speaking around here, speaking around there, saying the same things again, talking about fucking. Literally, he would just say the things that need to be said. He goes, oh, he went over to a place, oh, well, there's riots over here. Fucking stop doing the things that caused another riot. He went over Africa. He goes, hey, what's crazy over there? I saw a white person, a black person sucking each other's dicks over there. So what the hell is America? They got gay interracial people over there. We barely have interracial people. Hell, we just got like one down south. And that shit's still new. It's in the fucking papers. Look, Henry Ford isn't even as big as that fucking store right now. And they got faggots over there, you know? Shit's crazy. And I know a lot of people are gonna get angry at the word fag. Listen, I don't give a fuck, right? This isn't a video about fucking LGBT people being good, right? But of course, if that video was if I wasn't really go over there saying, no. But calm down, baby. Shut up. What the hell? Sorry. I'll be right back. And he, yeah, so he went around, sorry about the cat, but he went around fucking all over the place, you know, just looking at stuff. And I don't know why Malcolm X's speeches are important. Not because, you know, he was a freedom fighter and all that and fucking wanted people and to fucking love each other and all that. No. It was because there's some history in there. Listen. And I'm being for real. I'm fucking one boy. Just listen. There is history in there that I have never heard about in my entire life. Listen. There was a war in the Congos, right? Didn't even fucking know what Congo was. The only time I heard about the Congo was jungles, right? In the Congos, these villages and huts of fucking these people straight up just trying to farm, right? The British and US fucking people came in there with fucking fighter jets with fighter jets filled with Cubans. And I don't know if this was the same time as the Cuban Missile Crisis, but these fighter jets were filled with Cubans. And the Cubans were going around fucking bombing these villages and fucking the American and British people just fucking walked across the corpses of these people. I'm talking like fucking piles of bodies and bodies. This is real true. You can Google this shit. He said, quote, bodies and bodies, just being called N-words, N-words, N-words with a hard R. Then a soldier met a pig. The pig was black as coal, just like these people. They called it the hard R too. They're like Papa John in that bitch, you know, they fucking love pizza. So after a while though, the pig dies, and throughout the entire bodies, all the fucking women and children and men fucking laying there in ashes and smoke and fucking burning. And a man cried. A man cried. I'm not talking like, oh hey, fucking this hurts. I'm talking like genuinely spilled out his fucking heart over a dead pig. Do you understand that? A man fucking cried over the death of one pig versus hundreds of innocent civilians just because they were black. I have never heard that in my entire life. I don't know what books you read. Right? You could read Western, you could read science fiction. This is a real thing that happened. And the only reason he even knew about this was because he went down to British, or he just went down to Britain. I'm pretty sure he's read it in the paper. At least if I'm remembering the book correctly. That should never be unremembered. That is one of the biggest things in history. And the fact that the only time I have ever heard of this, only time I've ever heard of this, I don't even know who the enemy is. Is there even an enemy? Was it to spread freedom? No. Who cares at this point? Oh, fuck. And the fact that you can only know this if you listen to a book, I'm not talking like fucking it's the first or second. No, I'm talking like you have to get 65% into the book before you hit this. I'm talking like this was uncovered to me in my theater class after I fucking was trying to audition for stuff. I was trying to do my thing. I was finished. I sit down. I get to this chapter of the book. And I'm speaking out a little bit. And this is the first time I'm doing it. You know, I'm reading out loud a little. The first time I do it, I'm fucking horrified. The fact this is happening This is a big thing. This is not no small fighter jets or that bitch. Big thing. And fucking no one cared besides Malcolm X. Like maybe there's people back there who remember Heart to Death, and maybe it's a big thing in Congo, but down here in America, the people that actually did it and shit, they don't know what the fuck Congo barely even is. How are they supposed to know the history? I'm not even gonna lie with you. It broke me for a second. It broke me because this was fucking big. Imagine this, right? This is how it could. Imagine this, right? World War II. One of the worst things ever to happen. Imagine never learning about it. Imagine you live your entire life not knowing what a Jew even is, what a German Nazi even is. Then you pick up one book by a survivor. I'm talking like it's like one of those books where they fucking had to like eat their best friend just to live because they're so hungry. They're fucking like a skeleton. They fucking fought rats with tight pieces of cheese. Hell, they just fucking eat the rats with the cheese. Bonus meat. Fucking being beaten every single day 24/7, being raped 24/7, fucking at the camp, that or facing death. Imagine reading those books and never knowing what a Holocaust even is. That fucking changes someone. And I bet you this video might not even get a view or two. I'm not even gonna lie, my stuff don't get a lot of views, so people might not even know how big this is. Like, just in general, you know? I hope in history it has a. I hope to God it has a fucking little note, like a little post-it note somewhere. Because if we lose that, if our only memory of this one event, this one big ass war in the Congos, was just either the Congos remembering or just Malcolm X remembering, we're screwed. If that happens again, you know. So then the Congos better get like fucking AK-47s, better get rocket launchers, nuclear devices up in that bitch. Right? Cause the Congos better have fucking 12 nuclear devices. This is by Tuesday, right? And then I kept reading. In his final speech, though, it all clicked together. It felt like, for the first time in Malcolm X's life, he wanted to try something new, at least in my opinion. The last speech I read, to me, it felt like the wind was picking up under his wings a little bit different. It wasn't the same soaring, fighting feeling. It was more of like a lighter, floatier feeling. And this could have been one of the biggest moments in history, people. This is the unconfirmed theory of the what if Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. switched their ideas. Unfortunately, we don't know what that will look like, but people can fucking imagine Martin Luther King Jr., the man sitting here going, be peaceful, show them that you don't care. Turning to the audience, he wants to say that to him, and he goes, you know what? It's not really working that good. Maybe pick up a rock or something, I mean, that erases gases head. It doesn't really need to hit you every now and then, maybe throw a punch back. And Malcolm X was finally realizing that. He was like, hey, man, this isn't really working. Maybe we'll try something, maybe a bit more peaceful approach, Because I've been fucking defending myself all my life. Maybe if I finally let my enemy win, maybe finally I'll win. I'm not saying like he fucking stopped fighting, I'm saying like maybe if he fucking tried to go more of a peaceful way and make the enemy think, oh, well, he's finally stopped talking about self-defense and all that, It would have been way different. It would have been fucking crazy. But unfortunately, we never did. Because two men decided, hey, you know what? These people talk about freedom and being peaceful and loving each other. I don't really like that, so I'm gonna fucking kill them. And they did. Sadly, Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X were gunned down and assassinated. Now, Martin Luther King Jr., that's a good chance that was the government, right? Like, we all can agree, we all seen the documents, and we all know the fact that they literally had a footnote in his death and even tried to convince him to commit suicide just so he stopped doing his thing. And then the day the world, at least in my opinion, stopped listening to itself. The day Malcolm and Martin Luther King Jr. died is the day I think people really saw. I think people really saw the reality of life. These people have done nothing wrong. Their entire lives, all they wanted to be was treated better. They didn't. Their houses were burnt down. They're fucking shot up. They're getting death threats by the fucking bucket loads. But no matter what, they always made sure to fight for their rights. And just because you fought for your rights means that a crazy fucking person is gonna go and kill you now. It's because you say the things that they don't like to hear. On that day, well, it was multiple days technically, but on the day after Martin Luther King Jr. died, JFK was still in charge. Unfortunately for him, though, he would also, love people and not really be racist, so he'd get assassinated too. But anyway, JFK arrives at a speech, and he goes, "Listen, I know Brother Malcolm X have died. Not I know Martin Luther King Jr. died recently, and the entire world, hell, me especially, have stopped our hearts for that day. I understand if you men and women are angry, especially at the assassin, and want not only revenge, but just in general to riot and scream and fucking shout down the streets. I understand that. I ask you as the United States President, though, and in the memory of Martin Luther King Jr., that we keep things peaceful and don't diverge into violence." His words weren't exactly like that, but they were basically, hey, please don't basically destroy America because the guy who said, hey, let's not be racist, he said. And it was simple, Like, I'm not saying it was the best move ever, but, it was crowd control. And sorry about my kitty, but you can listen to me and watch your kitty, so, people went fucking nuts, so they, like, burned shit down, they went fucking crazy, there's riots and everything, but eventually people, they started understanding the importance of it, and eventually more people fought, you know? Like, one of my favorite freedom fighters, A. Rudolph. He was big in World War II. He's in the books. And what he did was he heard that black people weren't being allowed to fight during either one or two. And he said, quote, "God damn it, Mr. President, I'm going to boycott the fuck out of this place if we can't fight and we can't die for our country." He goes, "You got some balls, kid. I'll admit it." All right. Signs them up. They get to fighting, you know? And other people, Of course, you got the people back on the railroad, and of course, you got all that, but at the end of the day, civil rights were something that was obviously something we should have just gave to the people. Everyone deserves love, everyone deserves to get their dick sucked, everyone deserves to get their pussy sucked too. Everyone deserves love, and everyone deserves kindness, unless you're not good, in which case, fuck you, but almost everyone deserves love and kindness. Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, Mr. A. Rudolph, and everyone else, all the freedom fighters fought for one thing. And that wasn't for a cool looking castle or fort. It wasn't for land or territories or just to fight the Indians off. They fought for one thing only. Freedom fighters fought for their freedom. So when you're out there, ladies and gentlemen, it could be as small as a man going, hey, I don't like the way you look. I don't like the way you talk. I just don't like you in general. I want you to look at that man and go, quote, then do something about it, pussy. Because, goddamn, I'm not gonna let the freedom fighters be sad just because you decide you want to be a little bitch that day. Don't be a little bitch. Fight for yourself. Fight for the ones you love. And goddamn it, never stop fighting. Because the day you stop fighting, the day you stop fighting for your freedoms. I've been Bryson Eric Tony Newton. Thank you for your time. This was more history based and more like fact based, but I'm not really good with facts. So if you would like to hear more, or you want to hear more of the teachings of Brother Malcolm X and his ways, and just in general, the book it's called Malcolm X Speaks. I'll use it as the title, but it is a very important book, not just for the history lesson alone, but just in the facts that it's literally just a guy going around going, hey, you shouldn't do that, or hey, that's cool. And people respecting him because he gets shot or killed or something if he did that. And he did. And thank you guys. Like and subscribe. And of course, again, like I said, I can understand how it's a little funny how you get a white guy to explain to you black civil rights and black freedom fighters. But at the end of the day, talking is a right. And civil rights are what they fought for. So at the end of the day, I think nothing makes them more happier than listening to a person, especially a person without color, talking about why these people in particular are so important for fighting for their freedoms and their rights. I've been Bryson, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.